met Jen, I had pretty much given up on finding that one.
The old wives' tale is so true. You always find something when you're least expecting it. So he came into my life at a time where you had to be somebody really special to get me to wake up and take notice.
I had a coworker that really told me I wasn't dating enough, and I had to get out there and play the game and meet all kinds of women and go on all kinds of dates, and it seemed like a good information at the time.
My girlfriend and I went out to see my fiddle teacher, who was just joined a band. So we went to provide some moral support, plus we loved the music. And while we were sitting there, we noticed two gentlemen come in, and they kind of hesitated in the doorway, and then they came over and sat with us right away.
Yeah, so Jen and I wound up talking for like 3.5 hours, and next thing I know, the lights came on, the music's all stopped. They're basically telling us to get out.
So he held my hand, and so I thought, oh, okay, he's gonna ask. And he said, where are you gonna be tomorrow night? And I thought, that's it?
Quite frankly, I did not know if she wanted me to ask her. All I did know is that I did want to ask her. But I just did not have the courage. I was a complete wimp.
He did ask where we were going to be the next night, and he indicated that he did have another function to go to, but that he would meet us if even briefly.
I had a friend's birthday party to go to that night, but I made sure that I stopped by quickly. Of all things, I asked her for her email.
You know, you send out an email, it's a request. You might get a reply, you might not. You don't have to leave any dorky messages on the phone. I
travel a fair bit for work, so had to decline for that weekend, but was able to set something up for one of the evenings. The evening I was due back from a business trip, so I said I would pick him up and take him to a hockey game.
So we're front row, right on the glass, and there was a few scuffles. Few players threw a few punches, a whole bunch of our Screaming Eagles were put in the box, and next thing you know, here's my date for this evening, standing on the boards with her arms over the glass, yelling and shaking her fist at the referee. I thought, this is impressive.
All I remember is at this arena, they have retirees volunteer to be the security guards, and this old French gentleman tugging at the pant of her leg saying, "Madame, asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît, please have a seat." And I just remember going, this is interesting, this is different, I have to know more about this girl, like this is not stopping here.
And when I left, I couldn't believe, I thought, oh no, he's never gonna want to see me again. I made a total fool of myself.
After that date, it was just, elevated walking on clouds. And every other cheesy cliche you can think of.
I don't know that we've spent more than, a couple hours apart that we've been in the same city. Only if I'm on the road are we ever away from each other. It really was one of those instantaneous things.
As our friendship grew, our romance grew at the same time, at the same rate, almost.
I would certainly say that before love, we discovered that we were indeed best friends. His friendship means the most to me. If something were ever to happen, that would be what I would miss the most, is his friendship.
I basically knew Jennifer was the one from the night I met her.
It was just a short journey from falling in love to knowing that this was going to be forever.
One of the things I've always tried to do for Jennifer is I always try to keep her on her toes. I've always told her I'm going to surprise you, and I made sure that held true, especially for the proposal.
Larry and I had come home to visit with my family again in Nova Scotia. We drove down. Larry said, well, let's go to dinner first, just the two of us, because it's going to be a hectic family vacation. I said, sure.
So I got her to pick out her favorite restaurant. It was a really great steak place. It was just 1 block from where we were staying.
So we went to dinner, and during the dinner, Larry was a little agitated, and I asked him what was wrong, and he just said he was so excited about the trip.
And all the waiter did is he came up and he said, here's your special dessert, and sat down in front of her.
And of course, my first thought when I looked at this was, I got the wrong dessert. And so I looked to Larry to say, what's going on? But he had already gotten out of his chair. He came over beside me and got down on his knee.
And I said, Jennifer McLeod, would you be my wife? And she just sort of looked at me.
And so he finally whispered in my ear, he said, you know, he's still on the floor. And he says, you haven't answered me. So all I could get out was a nod, and I just nodded for all it was worth. To put me speechless had to have been probably one of the most powerful feelings ever in my heart, because it was everything settling into where it belonged, and it was amazing.
It feels great to know that I'm marrying my best friend. It feels right, and my life is basically on the best track it could be.
This is what it's all about.
Life is good, and it's going to be good for a long, long time. Jen being Scottish, as well as myself, we're two people that share a love for the same heritage. We're two people that want to know more about our ancestors, but we just want to know where we came from. Going to visit the Gaelic College is something we always wanted to do.
The Gaelic College is the only college of its kind in North America. You can study in Gaelic there, and they are the one true area that teaches the art and culture of the area.
English. So
I can't wait to see Larry and his. It's neat. And how long would it take to hand sew a kilt?
It takes me about 13 hours to make a kilt.
It's a lot of work.
Yes. Yeah.
You can take weaving, you can learn how to use the old looms. They teach sewing, how to make kilts. They teach in Gaelic, so you can actually learn the tongue. And so it was important for us to go there because we really wanted to just experience a little bit more about our culture.
see, you don't need to. You can.
Having found someone with a common background and a common culture has just, you know, made starting a new life together a really wonderful experience.
Press this in place. Then you press down on the other one.
Come back. Well,
Can I try?
sure.
We're going backwards somehow,
Okay.
and we just wondered if you could show us.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, he's. I can't believe it's only a couple days now, and the wedding will be over, and we'll be on our way. Can't wait to hit Scotland.
Yeah.
Everything we've seen today just gave me such a big taste for it. I can't wait.
It's gonna be something, though, right?
And be here, the wedding's at 4, so be here no later than 3. Because there are always those who come to a wedding 1 hour early. I assure you, even if there's only 40 at the wedding, there's always those who are here early.
Thesa and Samina are my best friends. We've never lost touch. You know, we're pretty much the three musketeers. The other member of my bridal party is a wonderful young lady who is my 10-year-old niece. She's someone that I admire, I'm so proud of, and am really, really happy to have her with me on my wedding day. The music will change.
And that's where we come in?
Yeah, that's when the door will open and Amanda will come out first, followed by Samina, and then you, and then me.
And do I wait to walk until she gets to the very front?
No, I would wait 2 or 3 pews. Yeah, the musical change.
In my wedding party, there's Eugene, best man, Jason Hess, who was my roommate at the time Jennifer and I met. Also my wedding party is my niece Emily. It was important to me that she be included on the groom's side, not the bride's side. And I really feel a strong bond that we grew up together, and I'm extremely happy that she'll be there with me, to stand beside me on this day.
Okay, I'll turn around and I'll go to you.
Okay.
And you come over and put out your arm now. I think, and then I'll say, do you give and receive these rings in token that you will keep this covenant and perform these vows? And I'll whisper, we do, and say this together.
Okay. We do.
Okay?
Wanna try that again?
Okay.
Yeah. When you see me go, then you go right behind me.
Okay. We do.
Perfect.
So what do you think Larry's doing right now?
Larry is probably, let's see, what time is it? Almost 11. Well, he just had breakfast with his mom and dad. He's probably back home trying to figure out where everything goes. I have a feeling he and the boys are trying to figure it out, and it's like a big puzzle.
So what's the next step we gotta go through here, Larry?
I think it's the kilts.
I can't wait to see those doors open and look down the aisle and see Larry standing there in his kilt. It's just gonna blow me away.
This is the McNaughton clan tartan. This is a wedding gift from Jennifer to me to wear on our day. And it's something I've wanted ever since I was a teenager. The tartan itself was made in Scotland. The kilt itself was made here in Cape Breton. As you see, a kilt is a wraparound. Fold over, and we got buckles on both sides. It's worn to the ribcage, and it's actually quite comfortable.
Looking for a little height. When you're vertically challenged, you like to try to do what you can. But I can't go too high because Larry's vertically challenged. He begged me not to wear high heels.
I'm just finishing my speech here.
I think the sword is supposed to go in line, up and down, and should be about 3 inches from the bottom of the kilt.
That goes through both top and bottom layer?
No, just the top layer, I think.
No. Is that right?
Looking good. Good guys.
Alright.
Okay, now this is what's making it real.
Are you okay? Yeah. Do you need me to hold your hand?
Happy? Sure? Oh, I do. Do you?
I think that's going to Good job, Karen.
Thank you.
I like it. You like it?
You can hold it there.
Okay. Okay.
Karen's gorgeous.
You okay? All righty. Okay.
I do feel like I'm Braveheart. The sporn very much acts the same as a purse. It's made from sealskin. A dress sporn, though, they leave the fur on it and they dress it up in a tassel style. But what the sporn is used for is it's a very hard material. And going into battle, you want to protect a certain area.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
Oh my God. This is the first time Larry's ever given me roses.
Oh, no way. Yeah. I gotta talk to that man.
And he says, but he says, today I will become a member of your family, and I couldn't be happier. These 10 roses represent the mother, father, sister, brother, nieces, and of course, wife that I will gladly add to my family today.
Somebody hug her. I got makeup on my head.
So when we walk to the church, Larry, you walk in front of us in case there's a big wind, and if it blows up, then we'll have enough time to react.
You guys are looking sharp.
That's right.
I really don't feel like the groom.
Tell me if this is too tight.
Yeah, for the first time, it's really starting to feel real.
We're zipped.
Are we buttoned?
Whoops. Oops.
Yeah, cheese is good. No, it's open.
Oh my god. This is real, isn't it?
So what's running through your mind right now? Right at this exact moment, now that
Okay, now I'm getting ready.
now that you're
Now I'm
stressed and
getting
you don't have
married.
to.
Is Stuart supposed to be down here?
Mom's gone to see if he's ready. You stay here.
I'm ready.
Just take a picture, okay?
She's going to be happy, so I'm happy to give her away.
Having my dad walk me down the aisle and, and give me away is so important to me. My whole life, I've always wanted his approval. I wanted to make him proud, and it's going to be really hard to walk down that aisle with him and kiss him goodbye. Here goes nothing. I can't wait to get there.
Okay, now I'm nervous. It's official.
I feel so incredibly lucky to have found Larry, to have found the one person who really will always be my champion and my knight in shining armor. It's just something that I wish for everyone, because it really is incredible.
Who gives Jennifer to be married to Larry?
We will. I would ask you, John Lawrence, to say after me, Jennifer,
Jennifer,
I take you to be my wife,
I take you to be my wife,
to laugh with you in joy,
to laugh with you in joy,
to grieve with you in sorrow,
to grieve with you in sorrow,
to grow with you in love,
To grow with you in love,
to be faithful to you alone,
to be faithful to you alone,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Eternal God, bless this ring with the anointing of your Holy Spirit, May it be a sign of your unending love and faithfulness, and of the promises of love and fidelity which Larry and Jennifer make this afternoon.
Jennifer, I give you this ring as a symbol and pledge of the covenant now made between us.
Larry, I give you this ring as a symbol and pledge of the covenant now made between us.
Larry and Jennifer, do you give and receive these rings in token that you will keep this covenant and perform these vows?
We will.
You may kiss you.
Person after me.
Bye. This is so much fun. Can you believe this is over? Bob.
Hey, this is just the beginning.
Met Jennifer on the 24th of May weekend, 1998, and from the beginning, Jennifer's smile, personality, stole the hearts of both myself and my wife and the rest of our family. And it is with great pleasure now I welcome you, Jennifer, to the McVicker family. And in closing, I'll say I hope your pathway of life is smooth and your problems are of very minor nature.